Your problem have no end until you behold the Lord. All this confusion in your life, what it needs is just one beholding. As you behold, you are transformed. All these unanswered questions, you will listen to 35 sermons, they won't be answered. You need just one light that comes from an encounter. When he appears, you now realize everything the devil said was a lie. It's not as if he doesn't need to answer any of the question. In fact, he doesn't even need to even give you any light or direction. When he just appears, you now realize that although you don't have a job, although you are not married, although you don't have a house, you don't have a car, you are willing to still go with the Lord for the next 5 years. Why? One encounter gladdens your heart. And so as you begin to advance, it will not take 2 years, 3 years. And then all the other things will not start working on their own just like that. But the strength to still advance is the problem. Because when the Lord did not appear, you just realize that you just wake up and say, I'm not doing again. And I was in the mountain praying, and I saw in a vision. In fact, I saw a fight between Russia and China. I didn't know it's going to be Ukraine, but what I saw was Russia, China. Then I begin to see some contentions. I see fights going on in Nigeria. I saw failure within political sectors. But I now saw the believers turn to become like the eagles, and they began to fly. And I see 2 sets of eagles. I saw younger eagles and older eagles, and they were flying together like this as they were soaring, moving. I saw as they were advancing, the older eagles were at the front, the younger ones were at the back advancing. And as they were coming, they will go, and as they are going, they will meet a mountain. The older one will fly above the mountain and go and pass the other location. Anytime they move, they meet a barricade. The older ones have a way of navigating and passing through the barricade and coming out on the other way. But the younger ones are trying to learn their wings. They are still trying to learn how to be able to navigate. So some of the older ones, some of the younger ones, as they are trying to fly above the mountains, they are hitting the mountain. Somehow they could not gain more altitude, so they are colliding with the mountain and they are falling down. And few among the younger ones were able to fly beyond. I get to the point now. Then, as they were moving, and I saw arrows being shot towards them again, as if there was an hunter that was just shooting them, and they were shooting them. I saw how that many of the older ones could even, can even divert there's a way, I can't observe. There was a way they were even diverting, those arrows, by the position, how they were doing their wings and the rest, and I was shocked. But the younger ones were not skilled to handle that. And I saw how many arrows were piercing them again and again. And the Lord told me that this year is going to be a terrible year, and He's demanded of us to mount up higher. He said, tell your people, this is the year for mounting up. That in the midst of this calamity, they must wait upon me sufficiently well to receive strength for them to go higher, so that there is a place where the enemies will not see them. And I realized, he told me that part of those young English and the other one that refused to stay and be able to renew their strength were the ones that their strength were failing as they were advancing. He said it was now a moment where they needed their strength. It now began to fade because they were demanded to have waited, they didn't. And that was when I realized that this year is going to be terrible for many people. But those that have spiritual intelligence and those that have waited upon the Lord, that are wise enough, are going to see that there are other fountains that the Lord can open. There are other possibilities even in the midst of this darkness. Remember the Lord thy God, because an evil day comes. When that evil day comes, how do you survive? By the strength of Ebenezer. It may not be too long. Your evil day will come. My mom is here. My mom that prayed me to become born again. Many years ago, I was a smoker, I was a drunkard. Yes. I was drinking, I was smoking. I did Mushagia then. Mushagia, Mushatapa, Mushawiwi, Musha Mayalan Sulkudai, Musha Solution. Mumbi Mata. You felt that is life, Abi. I'm enjoying my life. You are fake. You are not even existing. This matter we are saying is not of value to you. See, big boy and big girl is not by smoking and drinking. Two big boys and big girls, they speak in tongues and they prophesy. As carnal as these things are, there's no award for it. You know, they give award for everything. Big brother Nigeria that you see, is carnality. But the real award they should be giving there is the most immoral person, the most stupid. But they won't give it. They will give it in another coin way. Because as carnal these people are, they will never gather and say, let's give an award to the best drunkard of the year, the best smoker of the year, the best lady that sleep with 35 guys of the year. They will never do it. They will hide it in the big brothers. If big brother, they're not supposed to be the one that should guide us. If you have a big brother, it's not your big brother that should lead you, but the big brother don't have sense. But in the day the big brother don't have sense, can't the smaller brother have sense? But the problem is that the big brother have made even the smaller brother to follow the big brother. Many of you are part of their sponsors. When are we going to wake up and say we will not watch anything carnal until they lose views? If nobody is watching, they won't do it. If nobody is voting, they will not do it. But because people, Christians, are supporting it, are ambassadors of it. Check the names of people that are doing it. Is it Muslims? Christians. Your 15 naira voting, when you multiply 15 naira by 10 million people in Nigeria, you know how much is it? And every time you are voting, you are sponsoring it, and you are streaming it. And you have not streamed anything in the realm of the spirit. And you come back and you ask God, my life. You don't see, you are not serious yet. The day you are serious, you forsake all things. The level of the burden upon me, I can't remember the year I slid down to watch a movie. The only movie I watched was this Sudden Prophet Sudden, because I met the Willows at IEC, and they were talking about this. Sit down, say I'm watching. If you have problems on your head, you won't be doing that.